Welcome to the EHF Euro 2022 Twitch show. We are live in the Budapest arena, and we've just recovered from what has been an absolutely phenomenal evening of handball. Quite unbelievable. Denmark leading by 5 and sending France out of the competition. But the French come back and absolutely storm it to book a place in the semi-finals. I'm here with the main man, Tóth. Hey man, how are we doing? Have you recovered from that?
Catching brief.
Incredible.
I mean, if I would know handball is so amazing, I would watch more handball since I'm a little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Like always just so tight, you know? Like one goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
And it didn't look like
Well
it at
done.
one stage. It did not look like it. Same yesterday as well with Sweden against Norway. Looked as though it was going to go the Norwegians' way. And in the end, Sweden win it right at the end. This is my heart's beating. It's not because loads of people are here watching us for the first time anyway, but also just because handball is amazing, and it's just every second counts, and we're right at the end, and semi-finals are decided.
Yeah, if I have to pick up one moment, which for me remarkable from this tournament, the Spanish keeper,
Corrales, yeah.
Corrales.
Yeah.
I mean, Spanish
Plays in Hungary.
Of course. Wherever else you play, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine they play against Poland, which was I think it was like now or never game for Poland. This is the last game, you know. Like let's show it, let's them. And they really grabbed Spanish team, you know.
Yeah.
You felt like, and in the last minute, remember, Corrales,
yeah.
and then again.
Yeah. There has been some incredible goalkeeping in this tournament, hasn't there?
Yeah. And he didn't celebrate. He just like
Just another day at the office, huh? Just another day at the office, eh?
That's why I'm here, man.
So we have our semi-final lineup now. We have what do we have? Spain, Norway, France, and Denmark have made it through to the last 4, and it didn't look like it at one stage. Obviously, Denmark were leading by 5 in that last game, but France came back and showed. I mean, the Olympic champions came back and showed what they're made of, didn't they?
Yeah, and I think Scandinavians know something about handball.
I think they do. They definitely do. So, who's your money on? Who do you think is going to walk away? We're only down to 4 now.
Well, I put all my money on Hungary, so.
Okay. So you're looking for a new home already. Okay. Does the wife know?
Yeah. However.
Yeah.
My gut feeling, I think this time Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because everyone says Spanish gonna win. But, you know, Spanish struggling against Poland.
Yeah. And we have said it's been a while since we've had, Spain have won it the last 2 EHF Euros. So it'd be nice to have a new name on the trophy for the first time in a while. So Sweden, you're on.
You know what? Can I change my mind quickly?
Yeah, of course you can.
Denmark. Yeah. You remember Denmark in
I remember you changing your mind. Every show we've had, you keep changing your mind about something. So. Yeah,
but before, when I said Swedish, it was like just okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my final choice is Denmark. You remember 1992, in the European champion in football?
In football, yeah.
When
they weren't supposed to be playing in the tournament either.
Yeah, and they got a call. They were on a beach.
Exactly.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Loud group. And they won.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Denmark.
So
Denmark.
You just chose Denmark. Those that have been watching this week will have known that Edu has been backing Iceland, Montenegro, Hungary, of course, and now it looks as though it's going to be then Sweden 60 seconds ago, I think, and now Denmark.
Danish dynamics. I hope. All my hope is them.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And don't ask me, as I work for the EHF, I have to remain completely neutral. So I just want handball to win, and handball is winning and doing really well.
Amazing games, really.
Amazing games.
Like
So we've got all of that to look forward to. Tomorrow's a day off. What are we going to do?
Try to follow up
Yeah.
what happened
Yeah,
so
good
far.
idea, good idea.
I'm watching the games constantly, and last year in football, there was 2 years ago, there were a great Champions League, like Tottenham, 4 goals, Barcelona. And that's what I feel now, that handball is like more exciting than ever.
Exactly. Have you been telling
Always
all your
fun
friends? Have you been telling all your non-handball friends that they should be watching this tournament?
They're all watching. Everyone watching handball now.
Okay, good, good. I know what we are going to do tomorrow as well. You know what you're going to do tomorrow? Because I know what I'm going to do.
What?
I'm going to vote in the All-Star team,
Oh,
which opens tomorrow. app.eurohandball.com. This is our All-Star team vote. Very, very important vote. Probably the most important voting thing that anyone will ever do in the handball world each year. Voting starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock CET, Central European Time. Check out our app. You have to download our app first to be able to enter your All-Star team. 20,000 people took part in our last All-Star team for Men's EHF Euro 2020. And let's hope that just as many can do that before voting closes on Saturday. Now, we've picked our team, haven't we? Of the team of the tournament so far. My team, and we want to get you run through your team? My team is irrelevant, really. But whose graphic is up first? Can we get Edu's up first? Oh, well, this is mine.
actually, I'm really glad that you put Bence in your team.
Yeah, listen, I'll get to my picks in a minute.
Okay.
I mean, because I did actually think about this for a good 20 minutes.
Okay.
Eddie, this is your team, so
Yeah.
talk us through it. Who's in? Okay. Okay. Tricky right wing. Tell me.
Yeah, well, because I play with Tricky.
Yeah. Oh yes.
He's a reindeer, he's...
Busy?
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what not Eddie. We know what Eddie is. He's a
You
comedian,
would be very
right?
surprised when you would see him shoot.
Yeah.
Ituridza as a center.
Yeah. He was
Actually,
my second pick.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because I took your first pick. Yeah.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, Ituridza is my son's favorite player in
Yeah.
the tournament. The player which he would be a friend. I would love to be a friend with Ituridza,
Yeah. Yeah. He's a nice, likable guy. Goes about his business really nice. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's doing his job very like.
Yeah. He is.
I love
You're right.
I love to play. I love to see him playing. So
Yeah.
Ituridza is my.
Okay.
Karabatic
Karabatic,
is.
yeah.
It's for me, it's like Messi. Like since I'm little boy, Karabatic.
So many Messi mentions this week. There's going to be another one coming up when I start talking about my team. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to get his brother as well, but I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Luka.
Luka Karabatic, yeah.
So I don't know if I could have this. Maybe next to Nicola, there's Luka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a brotherly connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they change
Yeah.
themselves.
Okay. And we've got some more legends in here as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
At left back and centre back.
2 players of mine is a bit senior. However, last night, I think if I ask him, please Lotzi come, he would play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also Ivan Obalic.
Yeah.
I think also if he would get a message that, okay, Lastro is coming, I'm sure he would play as well.
Yeah. Indeed he would.
And Kay Smith.
Yeah. Had a great tournament.
Yeah. This is a guy who actually, I think that is his fault
Yeah.
that Hungary is out.
Yes, indeed.
Because,
Did you support the Netherlands at some point as well?
Yeah,
You did say that. Netherlands, yeah. Okay.
I love them.
Yeah.
The thing is that Kay Smith deserved to be in my team
Yeah.
because before there was a Hungary-Dutch game. Everyone says, okay, watch one guy, Kay Smith. We saw video, like everyone in Hungary saw video, there's a guy.
Yeah, it's been
Smith.
one of the surprise packages of this tournament, and
What happened?
and such a shame that he's that he's on the way home, and a shame that he had to miss a few games with COVID as well. Okay, so this last pick, who is? Okay, when was this picture taken? First of all, when is this picture taken?
2 years ago.
Really?
That was my when I was young.
So you were a goalkeeper?
Well, because too many goalkeepers, which I love.
Yes.
Like London, the Iceland goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
The Spanish guy.
Yeah. There's too many to
Highest
pick, isn't
pick.
there? There is a lot. There's a lot of good keepers in here. And
so
you just thought, just put yourself in goal and see what.
And they said yes.
So what were you like in goal? Were you good?
I think I'm fearless.
You're fearless.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you have to be. We talked about goalkeepers, haven't we, this last couple of weeks, and how they are just crazy. They are just crazy, fearless, a different breed of human being. I think you can't just stand there.
Exactly.
You can't just. Well, you can just stand there, but I think you're going to get hurt if you just stand there.
And you know what? Goalkeepers get always a respect.
Yeah.
Feedback which I always, comedians always, like
Yeah.
we are who we want.
You want the attention. Yeah. Well, let's look at my team. Not that my expert opinion means absolutely anything. The guys are just there. We go. This is my team. Again, I've gone for Hallgrimsson in goal, just because. I mean, I could have picked a team of goalkeepers because everyone has been impressing me. But I went for Victor. Just a young up-and-coming guy. He's going to go to Nantes in the summer. Just think he's just a good, honest young man making his way in the game. So I picked him.
Actually, I saw him in a Portuguese Iceland game, like in a very early stage. I'm like, oh, this guy is like, how old is he?
I think he's 22.
He's like, come on.
Legs and arms everywhere.
Yeah,
Icelandic's finest, yeah.
Yeah,
But as you say, like Iceland are blessed with three great goalkeepers, in fact. So Victor gets my nod in goal.
Actually, if I wouldn't put myself in, maybe Victor would be.
Yeah,
But,
that's the thing. We had a few picks that are very similar.
Yeah.
Kai Schmidt's also at right back for me. Luke Steins as well. I think he's been great in central at centre back. Put Mikkel Hansen in just because he's Mikkel Hansen, and I think probably if Mikkel Hansen was playing tonight, I think Denmark would have won that game.
How old is he?
Mikkel Hansen.
Like 38.
Want me to find out? No idea.
Like,
Mikkel Hansen. Let's have a look.
He's a legend, isn't he?
He is. Wikipedia tells me he's 34.
34?
He's 34, yeah. It's not bad, is it?
Okay, breaking news, guys.
Breaking news.
Mikkel Hansen is 34 years old.
That is according to Wikipedia. We have no idea whether that is verified or not.
What is the strength of Mikkel?
Huh?
Why he's such a legend?
Why is he such a legend? Well, he's got great hair. Great hair. Good for a L'Oreal advert, I think. But Guy did the Danes to, many honours in his career. And he's got good hair, though, hasn't he? He has got good hair. Best handball player's hair. Get in the comments and let us know who's got the best hair in handball.
But actually, my player, Lars Donaj, has a hair which...
That's true.
Yeah, if you're a handball player, you have to have a hair which
of course.
nobody... Like, if I would... You know what? I like this, like...
Well, okay.
Yeah, like,
okay. On the last show.
But you have to play good. I mean, even if you have a hair like you and me,
yes.
you have to have like...
Yeah, exactly.
Mikkel has a shoot like...
Yeah, like a hammer. Left wing, Hampus fan. I just like him. Just put him in because I like him. There's a really interesting story about him. He came from the lower reaches of the Swedish league. And now he's playing in the EHF Champions League. Oh. Really good story, Hampus Wan.
Nice.
He's scored a lot of goals in this tournament. It's a shame, really, because we are a little bit detached from what's going on in Bratislava, obviously because we are in Budapest all the time. But it's going to be good to see the likes of Hampus here in Bratislava for the final weekend.
Nice.
Sigvaldi Gudjonsson, put him in because you know who he is?
Yeah.
Not only is he number 22, which is my lucky number, but he is the guy who's responsible for our TikTok that has got like 50,000 million views on TikTok. It's actually about 23 million, exaggerating quite a bit there.
Nice.
But yeah, he's the guy responsible for that spin shot. It was like he twists his wrist
Okay, okay.
like he's making pasta. And
What I almost did afterwards, nearly, very close.
yeah, what? What, when you were playing on the court?
Yeah, you will see. It's all about your passionate, Andrew.
Of course, if you don't have the passion, you can't. You're not going to succeed in life, are you? You're not going to succeed. And last but by no means least, BB, the big man, BBB, Big Ben Spahidi, as line player. I actually put him in especially for you.
Thank you.
Because I know we've been talking about him being the Messi of this team.
Yeah, but he did well, no? I mean, he was the only one in the Hungarian team.
Yeah, who was doing doing the business. So that's our all-star teams. Let us know in the comments what your team is. You can pick 7 players like we have, and you also can pick the best defender and an MVP. I think you can probably pick about 9 players. I can't remember. I need to look it up. It's very unprofessional of me. We have some guests to now introduce. I think you know them pretty well. So I think I'm going to hand over to Edu to welcome our 2 guests who have been busy working in the arena every single day of this tournament and probably actually don't really want to talk now because they've been talking so much already.
Should I sit there?
Yeah.
Okay,
why not?
I sit there and then...
So, without further ado, let's get our guests in. They're completely not ready.
Eddie!
Hey.
Hey!
Hey, Andrew. Hey, you too. You too. So please do the honours, because my Hungarian is terrible. Thank you. Of course not. Excuse me? That's our first swear word. Is that our first swear word that we've got live on the show as well?
I said shift.
Shift.
You didn't hear the
I didn't. My ear is not as it once was.
Sorry?
My ears were not as once they were, so I didn't hear the at the end. Yes, you can take that off. How are you guys doing after that?
I can't say
honestly, what was that? Look, how we finished the fan TV was half of our hearts is broken for Iceland.
No, just 1/10 of our heart.
Really? Well, for mine is half, but the other half for France is just so amazing. But overall, what I feel, if we don't see the sad Icelandic faces, we just feel that it's so awesome to experience matches like that live.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so awesome, and we're so lucky to have these matches here, honestly.
How was it for you guys sitting there? I mean, is your heart racing? I mean, you've got to do a lot of talking, especially you, Andras, like getting the name like end to end, like and then having to keep your emotions in check whilst live around the arena.
I don't need to keep them checked at all times.
Chill.
Actually, it's easier to be emotional for both sides than to none of them, because what actually I believe what people need here is somebody who really enjoys the match, who really understands the match, understands what is actually there for the players. I mean, just win a position, gain a historic point whatsoever. So I'm more into it than trying to keep myself away from it.
Indeed. Handball is passion. That's why we love it so much.
That's what they say.
Indeed. Ed, do you have some questions?
Yeah, it's a quick question because you guys know about handball more than me. How is it possible that every game is like a thriller, like you had this Polish Russian game, very last minute moment, like one game, okay, now we have a rest. No, we don't, because
we don't.
Even the Spanish Polish game is like. I mean, guys.
That's the sound of his heart.
Guys,
can I borrow this for the semi-finals? Can I use this expression? that tells the whole story, actually.
But for every game, I mean, we need more relaxed game, no?
That's true.
Is it normal? Like.
Yes, unfortunately
No,
it
just
is.
not normal.
Look, my best friend, she was at the first game at a Final Four game, and she told me that after the second half, when it was very, very intensive, she couldn't watch. She had her head between her two legs, and she was like, why is this happening to me? Why is this? And she was so angry at me for taking her to that game. She said she will never forgive me, because for 2 days she couldn't sleep. Yes, this is how handball is.
If I'm collecting my handball experience in my life, which is like the Iceland-Hungary game, 2012 in London, you know, very last, you know, Nándor Fazekas saved the goal, and then Máté Rékai scored, and then we get through. You know, it was amazing. And then, remember this game? Győri Eto played against like a Champions League final, and then a very last minute moment.
Yes.
Eva
Kish.
That is the sound of the evening, I think.
And like 1 second before the game over.
Yes.
Eva Kish. Eva Kish was the substitute of the world class, I don't know.
The other goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was. I believe it was Curry
Grimsby
at that time.
Yeah, it was Grimsby.
Yeah, it's like you know.
Yeah, that wasn't a boring game either. True.
Yeah.
And then Eva Kish came, you know.
You have to use this in your stand-up, I think.
We're taking it. This is ours now. We're going to use that. I'm so
They are
sorry.
copywriting it
I
here
mean,
and now.
handball is not for a middle-aged man like me, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Too much.
It is. It's very. And what András was saying in an interview before this was that the magic of handball is that there is no decision without consequences. Every single pass, every single save, every single shot to your player, to your teammate has consequences. Not like, you know, in some other sports where you can actually, you know, just do nothing and do alibis on the field.
Yeah.
In handball, you don't have 1 second to not listen or not look or not pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I already mentioned to you in an interview is that sometimes it's enough to see the last 5 minutes of a match and you saw everything.
Look
and
what
for
happened
the last
today.
game today, it's true. So when actually this game started, 5 minutes before the end, it was like a one-way traffic or one-way street for Denmark.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden, what happened? No one knows. But Vincent Gérard just produced 2 saves. Before that, he had none, or he had 1. And that moment, that changed everything. So what the last 5 minutes is about is that was essential handball. Of course, it's not always like this. So we had today and 2 days ago, we had games with a difference of like, 9, 10 or 11 goals. That's another story. But today, the third match, this was classic.
And yesterday with Sweden
Exactly.
and Norway, it was exactly the same.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes changed everything. Actually, the last 2 minutes changed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
there's
crazy.
always something to remember. I mean, compared to football, how many last-second efforts you remember? Last-second, whatever, goals
Zero.
or save? No, it's not 0. There are a few.
One.
Yeah,
And in
very few.
handball,
Indeed,
you have
yeah.
like 10 in every major tournament.
Actually, I remember the fresh one. In '99, Manchester United against Munich and Ole
you go.
Gunnar Solskjaer.
You were not a middle-aged man at that time, right? You were a young guy.
23 years ago. Yeah, but players know, they know this, that everything in the last 5 minutes, so they like, you know, okay, everything happens, 5 goals away, 2 goals away. Okay, in the last 5 minutes, I will, you know, it's like that.
Yeah, we've had a lot of comparisons on this show with football, and a lot of it is certainly speaking in favour of handball. I think more and more people need to, those football fans out there need to realise that there's another decent sport out there, and it's called handball, right?
Actually, I'm hosting a handball show, and sometimes I have difficulties with actually analyzing the game, because of course, when you have 60 goals, it's difficult just to focus on one. Or when you have 20 saves, when you have number of attacks, all the actions are important. And compared to football, in football you have two goals, 1 save, 1 red card. So it's probably easier to talk about football, because handball is like it's like a flow. It's going back and forth all the time. It's like a big breath you take for 60 minutes. But on the other hand, lots of excitement, a lot more than in football. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
at the 8th day of the Euro, I have to say that a big advantage for football is that during the game you have some time to rest. You have at least...
I
You did
was
the
going to
Euros.
ask you that.
Were you about to say that as you were announcing?
At the Euro?
In
You mean
football
for the
Europe,
football
no.
Euro?
So what's the difference between my job here as the local
Well, the difference is that
speaker.
you're talking all the time for handball, and I mentioned, like, I was talking at the UEFA Euro for, like, I don't know, altogether 30 seconds.
Yes, because you had like 2 goal
Exactly.
scorers, 2 yellow cards, and 3
I
substitutions.
didn't have to say the
You know
yellow
what? I'm
cards.
surprised you guys still have the energy to speak now.
We don't actually. We're
No.
actually sleeping
This-
inside.
this is
It
not us.
seems
These
like
are
this is
robots.
autopilot.
These are robots.
These are robots we have here.
Yeah,
What's-
so I was quite relaxed during the UEFA games.
I
not
just
like
counted
you,
that
Arne.
I have more or less 100 actions to comment during a single game. So goals, 2 minute suspensions, and whatsoever. 100 for a game. So that's 300 for a day. Yeah.
I had a question for Andrew before. That as a keeper, goalkeeper, when you get a guy about to score, does the goalkeeper watch in the eyes the shooter or not?
I don't know why he thinks we know the answer, but if I had to guess, I would say he's looking at the hands, no? And the
Yeah,
ball.
more the hands and the
And the
ball.
ball.
Not the eyes.
We need,
No.
to,
We have
we, need
no
to get, we
idea.
need to get a player in. We need you to ask that to a player, I think, don't we? And then,
Yeah,
then
No,
we'll
because
find
you
out.
can read the shot before, like how does he hold the ball, the angle of his wrist compared to his arm is like it tells the story, like half of the story. So once you once you look in the eye, it can be magic, but for sure that's a goal.
But so far, as I translated myself from the goalkeeper's view, if I would be András, and if you would be a goalkeeper, and the guy is coming and like shoot you, you try to surprise.
I brought you this.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, I
So-
forgot to bring anything.
No, I didn't bring you this. I just found it in my pocket.
Hey, that's honesty right there.
Okay.
Okay, to be honest, okay, so version A was like more.
So,
Okay.
András
Nice.
is
So
coming
what
to
I'm
me.
gonna do here is that I'm gonna throw the ball close. Okay, that's the goal. I don't know the material, but whatever.
Well, we're about to find out.
So,
Yeah.
will you look into
Unless
my
you save
eyes
it, of
or will
course.
you look at the ball in my hand?
What are you
Where
doing?
What are you doing? Talk
Where
us
will
through.
you
You're
going to
obviously
look?
looking at the ball.
No, listen to me.
He's looking
what are you
everywhere.
going to look? What? My hands or into my eyes?
Now I watch your eyes.
But that's stupid.
He's got nice eyes. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
he's
okay.
too
Look,
beautiful.
look.
Eyes.
Can I throw the ball?
Okay.
Save.
Did he tip
And
it
I just
over?
shaved
I'm
you.
not sure if he
Okay,
tipped
so-
it over the crossbar or not.
So don't fudge your eyes.
There's your answer.
We
This
have
is
the secret.
experimental.
All those goalkeeper secrets. Of just,
Now let's try it with the bottle.
Okay.
Not your phone.
It's
So-
not your hair. So talking about Vincent Gerard and all the other keepers, without it, you have a great chance with the hair.
are you throwing it back now? What's happening
Please
now?
don't.
Just like this. Like,
Just gently.
okay.
Okay.
So
There we go. Nice
but,
take.
as a goalkeeper, you try to surprise whoever attacks you.
Are you a goalkeeper? Why
course
does
not.
he think we
No,
know the
be-
answers to
uh,
that?
I don't know what I
Because
said,
I
but
put myself the goalkeeper in my All-Stars team.
Okay. Oh, okay.
who?
Because
Why?
myself, Tóth.
What made you think that? oh,
Why
whatever.
did you do such a thing?
Because
Do we
I
have a
realized-
video? We have a video, don't we? That we.
okay, please. Because
No, no,
I
no, not
felt
now.
like-
But like, there's a video
I
later.
think I saw
where
that when you
yeah.
were, but still, no sense of you. Anyway, I'm happy for you.
I realized I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Nice attitude.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right. The main reason you are here actually is to play our game. That's what I've been told. The main reason.
Oh.
The only,
Oh.
potentially the only reason.
I thought they wanted us to speak
what
nicely.
they've been doing for 10
Apparently.
minutes is just
Apparently. Look, that's unbelievable, isn't it?
But
You-
I was trying
news
to
in
be.
my ear.
I was trying to seem
No,
so
you-
clever. But it
okay.
didn't.
What's the game?
This game is
actually-
our. This is our special shootout game, as you can see on the screen now.
You had
Our
eaten a
handball
cribbage.
shootout challenge, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. and
Presented
as you can
by
see,
Lidl.
Edu Tóth, very nice.
Hungarians
There we
did
go.
very well so far.
Of course.
Nice to shine.
You
This is
leave
the-
it to me,
This
right?
is the
Absolutely. Should I
leaderboard.
hold the?
Finn Green still out on top, 15 to beat.
Okay.
Please.
Is it going out live?
This
on
is
this
going out
channel?
live. I think
what
it
I'm
will
doing.
be hooked up to the phone.
Good.
Wow.
You
So
might be able to see it on the screen. That
Okay.
will,
How
we
exciting.
don't know.
tell me when
I
I
think
launch
I
it.
think you should just start.
Start?
Yes.
Okay, so
You're
play.
definitely on the screen now.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
You are
The
playing a
seconds
six-
are ticking down. My
Sure.
first shot is a
Oh.
There's a
goal.
goal. That's a good start. Are you going to
Okay.
commentate
How
on
you
it? You're going to
doing?
commentate on yourself doing it? Or?
I would rather not.
Okay.
But
Okay.
of course, the ball rests in my right hand. I choose a cross shot. Oh, and it bounces off the
what a
crossbar. It's
save.
1-1. Okay, the next one I'm gonna throw right next to the leg of the keeper, down. Oh, he's saved,
Save
or
it.
he is,
He
she,
looked
I
He
don't know.
looked at your
I don't-
wrists.
I just don't
I
get
think-
it. Why is he keep saving my shots?
Because
he's
he's
not a
watching
nice
in your
person.
eyes.
You're right. Okay, so
Come on,
there's a
Andreas,
few more
we
shots to
believe
be
in you.
taken. What
Try
is
to look
happening?
somewhere
He's
else.
saving your
Okay, but
shots.
why?
Last 20 seconds.
Well,
Only
because
one
he's better than
scored
you,
so far.
unfortunately.
That's all about
But
that,
why is
though.
this happening to me? I mean, I just don't know how to
Believe
set
in
the
yourself,
le-
Andres.
set the power.
No, just believe.
I don't.
Oh,
I
the
can't even
outside
hit
of
the
the
target.
post.
Yes, you cannot. But don't
Okay,
worry, I
my
would even
last
do
shot.
worse. Come on.
Andras, don't forget Baggio.
Baggio, so the last one should be over the bar.
You see? And we still love him.
Okay,
I don't
do you
care.
want
I'm
to join
so,
in?
no, absolutely not.
Southgate.
No, okay. Oh, so I
Now you have to be the now
oh,
you're
okay.
playing
You
the
should
role
have
of the
mentioned
goalkeeper.
earlier, but anyway.
That's- well, we
You-
never
you
remember-
did very well,
we think
Andras.
that we know what we're doing on this show. That
Okay,
is,
and,
also
Oh,
surprising.
you're the
So my
safe
saving
side.
percentage is pretty much like Vincent Gerrard's and Wesley Parden's
Excellent.
in the first half.
Nice.
And yes, indeed.
I'm sorry to say that, but in the end,
So
France won the game. So actually, it's a
Oh,
save.
you
nice,
saved it.
nice.
With
Well
the same
done.
number of saves.
Bravo, Andras.
You're so awesome, Andres. Uh-oh.
Andras,
And that's
come on,
another
Andras,
save.
come on, Andras.
Oh my God, you should be a goalkeeper.
Really? Or a commentator?
Come on, Andras.
And that hit
Yes.
that hit
Oh,
the
that was the
post.
cross-
50% efficiency
You
now.
see?
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God.
good.
What a
Sounds
comeback.
good.
Come on, Andres.
Oh my goodness, that hit the bar and in.
Lucky, very lucky.
Okay, and
Gyerünk,
now.
András, 9 másodperc.
And that's another
Yes, there we
save.
go.
You
So
always
my,
say it
my
before
percentage
us.
is going up.
Now,
And
it's
one
a
more
There's
shot
a
to
last
go.
chance to keep it up.
Come
Is
Hey!
Fantastic.
Oh,
So
he
guys,
won.
you're all celebrating, and what I can read here is that
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
he
I
won
mean,
the-
I
you're a
think you've
winner
won the
in my
hearts of
heart.
all of us here. It says you lose, but you know you.
András,
I think
Nice job.
5 saves from
5 saves.
9 shots.
that's good.
Good.
Nice job.
five saves.
Indeed.
Okay.
What's been your highlight so far, guys? I mean, are you sad that it's almost coming to an end? Or are you looking forward to the final weekend now?
Actually, I had two feelings regarding this. The first one was that we're never going to make it till the end because of the COVID. We're practically in a squid game, and
Yes.
everybody's, we're halfening day by day.
Yeah.
So I was honestly thinking it's impossible for us to have negative tests throughout but so far it seems, and we
Yeah.
only have 2 more days, so we
Yeah.
might make it through.
Touch wood, yeah. Yeah, good.
Whatever.
I do.
And yeah, you too, I guess. No, anyway. And the other thing was when I realized on Sunday that it was just 1 more week to go, I literally started crying. I was crying for 10 minutes at home because I was so sad that this is actually going to end. By the time when I get through this awful tiredness that we have and the frightenment of the COVID, I just realized that I love every single minute of this Euro, and I'm very, very sad that it's going to end. So yeah, I do love it. I love it. And I really hope I can be here for the following 2 days.
On my side, actually, when Hungary quit the tournament, I told myself there was going to be another event from the next day on, both emotionally, both as a handball fan. I needed to prepare myself for a new event, and then I actually managed to, and it really matters how many people and how many fans are on the stands, because their energy is really something that helps me go through this is an 11-hour workday or 12-hour workday that we
12
do with
rather.
mics in our hands.
And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't see
Yeah,
the-
because
the-
we
the
start
work you're doing.
every day with a meeting at noon,
Yeah.
and we start speaking at around 1 for the crowd, and we
Yeah.
just stop at 11 or half
Yeah.
past 10.
Yeah.
It's a
So
long day.
of course there are ups and downs, but I can now tell you after 8 days that when it's a good energy, and it doesn't have to be Hungarian energy. I mean, there was an energy from the French fans. There was a huge energy from the Montenegro fans on a day like two or 4 days ago when it was early in the afternoon. Nearly nobody in the arena. Those 120 guys from Montenegro, but their energy was so high, and so really they lifted me up to their level, and so that's what we need. And now I'm not afraid of the weekend because I think it's going to be full house.
Yeah.
So
We have awesome fans, really. The Danish fans, the French fans, just awesome people, very nice people. And yes, we will have a really, really great final weekend thanks to them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, without the fans, we wouldn't be here, would we, really? Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
we would literally not be.
Plus, don't forget about the Hungarian fans. I remember last year there was Portugal played against France, and like 10,000 Hungarians went to support to Hungarians. So that was like real Hungaria, and other two teams playing.
Yeah, and we were
So-
back in Germany. Our team was in Germany, actually. Yeah.
And there was a goal we scored in Germany, and we're like, oh, and they're like, what happened? You know? So Hungary is even able to support their teams, even we're not playing. So-
Indeed, indeed.
You know what? The interesting part was that, for example, there are what, like 60 supporters from Iceland, and they just won a crowd of 11,000 Hungarian fans for themselves. Of course, we all know the way they're actually supporting. This is coming from 2016, from the football European Championships. You know, this ever-growing rhythm, and
Yeah.
And with this, and with the sympathy of the Hungarians towards the Icelandic players, of course they were playing against France, they won the crowd. So all of a sudden it was not 60 people from Iceland, it was 11,060
Exactly,
people
yeah.
supporting as one. And I think this is a key factor for the final weekend. So which is the team, who are those supporters who can, by some way, don't ask me how, win the Hungarians for themselves.
Indeed, yeah.
That can be a key factor.
It can.
Well, you guys are going to have to remain neutral, but Edu is, I think he's picked Sweden to support. I think.
Really, why?
Yeah.
Because Ravalli, Brolin,
Football.
And
No.
meatballs. Meatballs.
Meatballs.
Yes.
Okay.
No, actually, I like a Swedish team because Spain won already twice. No?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So Spain, please have a rest. I know you are good, but okay.
Having a rest.
Okay.
You know what I think? I think we should give these two wonderful guests of ours a rest.
Can I please tell you who I'm supporting?
Of course.
Okay, I'm
All
supporting.
the teams.
Okay, it's like when I'm supporting Brazil at the Euro for UEFA. That's the chances I have because I'm supporting the Netherlands. They were such an awesome team with such great fans. I know they're out. Don't worry, I've been paying attention.
And I think you enjoyed their fan song very, very much.
Oh, I did.
sure.
How awesome was that song? I'm so sad we're not playing it anymore. So really, the Netherlands for me was one of the nicest, new loves of my life.
Don't tell me, Edith. I'm an ex-Montenegro fan. So
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm an
Ex-Montenegro fan. What makes
What
you
does that
be
mean?
an ex-fan?
Because Itana Grabic was here. And,
Say it again.
Itana Grabic.
Gribic was here.
Yeah.
She was.
Where did she
was.
sit?
She was.
Like
there.
there.
Where Eddie is.
Come on, you can sit there.
Lucky you.
Yeah. I felt love as well.
Okay.
She's.
Okay. Join the queue.
Yeah, but why you're an ex-fan?
Join the queue.
But you're still a fan, right?
I'm a fan of Montenegro,
Okay.
of course. But now I support the best four. I think, you know what, Denmark, I changed my mind.
This.
Yeah, because Denmark deserves. You know, you remember 1992?
Denmark deserves you. Is it
Yeah,
what
Denmark
you were
deserves
about?
me. Mikkel Hansen needs me.
Mika Hansen is...
Oh my God.
Yes,
We should
please,
stop
Are
at
you-
the top.
please,
Let's just
please
quit
don't
whilst
give.
you're ahead, huh?
You know, I don't want any phone calls like
Yeah.
Mikkel Hansen.
Yeah.
Who, Edu, please. Now he's a
Can I tell him that? 'Cause we're
You know
gonna-
him?
Not that I know him. I mean, we were just.
Oh.
He prepares here. We were standing here, so I can
Oh.
actually knock his shoulders in. Hey, Mikkel, just one thing. Can I tell you one thing before the decisive final? Okay, you need Edu.
Actually,
And
you
then I
have
leave.
him.
Yeah, because when I supported Sweden in 5 minutes ago, no, Mikkel Hansen, this is my hero. I mean, we need legends like Ivan Obalic.
You did.
Yeah, we need them. Like last tournament, you know, before I told them, a lot of Hungarians thought that last one is still playing. So come on, let's see, do it.
Okay, anyway, I'm with you
Right.
for Mika Hansen. He's awesome.
Yes.
He's a hero.
Okay, Mika. So Denmark.
Indeed.
Okay.
No idea how I'm going to link to this next piece now, because I did have it linked. And then you started talking again, Edu, and now I can't link it. So how can I do this? Let's say goodbye to you guys.
Thank you for having
Andras,
us.
Edit, thank you so much for all of
you,
your hard
Edit.
work
Thank
in the
you,
arena.
Andras.
Thank you.
Get a nice day off resting those vocal cords. All right. And we'll see you back in the arena on Friday. Thank you.
You mean? Yeah, I
sorry.
mean in the arena.
In the arena.
Yeah, we
yes.
will be here.
Sorry,
hopefully.
yes, for the semi-finals.
Thank
Guys,
you.
thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Edith. Thank you, Dash.
So the link isn't existing anymore, but let's link it to being they're going to go back to work tomorrow, doing some work of some description. The Dutch keeper, Tóth van Leeuwen, was at work when he got a phone call from his boss, well, it's not the boss, the Dutch coach, to come and play here in Budapest. We caught up with him, and this is a really good video, as you can see, when the guys press play now. Sorry, terrible link, terrible. Please play it.
Hey, ja. Nee, ik ben klaar. Kom eraan. I was just working as normal, and I got a call from the national coach. He asked if I could join. I saw his phone number already on the phone, and my heart rate was like 200 in my throat. I didn't expect that that I should ever get a call, because I was, I think, the 6th or 7th on the list, and I wasn't even anymore on the list. That far I was gone. So there were positive tests for different goalkeepers. I directly thought this has to be for something. I knew directly that he was calling just to get me here. My first reaction was, I said to the national team coach, okay, I will come. And afterwards I still had to convince my boss. I was going away for a week, so also for him it was a bit the same as for me, a bit direct. I had a few deadlines he still had to make, so he said if you bring your laptop and you can work from there, that's okay. And we have a lot of time in between here, so I can do some stuff. This is of course a different level, so I'm trying to get as much work done today, for example, just to be fully focused on the tournament, so I don't have to work before a game, or I can prepare fully for there. They were really happy and really proud, of course, also for me, that I could join this team, because we are really in an upcoming line, and it's really great to be able to help this team, because it's great what they are doing for the national handball. When I'm going, everyone said just enjoy, 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 but when I'm here I just don't only want to enjoy, I want to be there for the team, have a good performance as much as anyone else, so I just gave it all. When I first walked into the arena, it's a really big arena. I've never played in a place like that. I think much of the players didn't, because it's the biggest, but at that moment I really thought, okay, this is big, and it also gave me a rush to perform better. I think that went well. Luke played also a really good game, and Tommy Falk played a really good game, and also for me, I was really not thinking about any of that. I just was thinking from ball to ball and save what I could. At the end, I thought it was really strange. Everyone was running towards me, because I thought, yeah, I played an okay game, but not really good. One of the journalists told me, you have a percentage of 40%. And I thought he said 14%. And I thought, oh, that's a bit low. So it wasn't that well. But he said 40%. It's 40%. I wasn't, at that time, wasn't in my mind that I had played such a good game. And also, I haven't seen the game yet, so I still have to do it. But yeah, it just went as a rush. The whole performance of the whole team and the flexibility what they're dealing with, it's really, really, really good. And I think they all deserve a medal only just for what they are doing here and what they've done in the past on this tournament. It's the best that could happen for the Dutch men's handball competitions, I think. And I hope we can keep making this line and be able to make even more and better history.
There we are, we're back, sorry. The wonderful Tóth van Leeuwen there, Edu. What a man that guy is. Picked up the phone from his coach, and 24 hours later picking up the Grundfos Player of the Match award. And what a whirlwind for Tóth. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your first name.
This is a brilliant example. If you're in a workplace, anytime you can get a call.
Yeah, and what a likeable guy as well.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
humble and very good in goal as well, by the look of things.
42%.
Was it 42%? You've been doing your research. Is this,
It's unbelievable.
yeah, what, you doing your research?
Yeah. I checked the guy because,
We've got another guest. And he is a very, very big deal in Hungary. And Edu is beside himself. He is so excited to present.
Attila Walter! Woo! I tell you why he's a big catch.
Yes.
This gentleman, he is the most successful Hungarian cyclist in the Hungarian cyclist history.
I
Why?
didn't say so.
I like it. I like it when guests are left, when someone is saying so many nice things about you. How you doing?
Nice, thank you.
How-
I've quite enjoyed the game.
Yeah, drama right until the very end. Who are you supporting actually?
French, of course.
Is this because of sponsorship reasons or?
I have nothing connection with Denmark, and I'm learning French. I am enjoying being half French, so
Okay,
it was
good.
nice to cheer for them.
Nice. And what have you made of the tournament so far?
And not too much. I was out in my own training camp in Spain, but I know the really good results of the Hungarian team. So the starting of the year is going well for us. So. Yeah, that's of course I've catched, and it's a bummer for us. Normally, this is the only games which I of course watch in as a handball games in the Olympic Games or an event like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be super nice to be a Hungarian-French tournament today, Hungarian-French game today.
Yeah.
Would be nice to choose a side on this one.
Yeah, indeed. And you're a handball fan, I assume. Did you play it when you were younger?
Yeah, I used to play when I was younger in the primary school. Just a few years. I was a goalkeeper for a few years.
Oh,
Not many guys chooses this path, but yeah, I'm also a cyclist in Hungary, so it's not I'm not choosing the main things. It looks like, but yeah, it was nice to know what are the posts and the tactics in the game. So it was really my first big game like this in a big arena. So I'm happy I've got invited.
Oh, good. Edu, you're a big goalkeeping fan as well, aren't you?
Yeah, and actually, Attila Walter was a guest in my talk show, and he said to me that he, as a cyclist, he enjoys more to go up.
Okay.
So he's enjoying to go up, and that's why I think he's a goalkeeper, a handball goalkeeper. Like
I think it's a good metaphor. Like,
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
if you like to be a goalkeeper, you also like to climb because you like the worst part of your own sport.
There's something quite not right up here.
But
as you keep saying.
you know why is he enjoying to go up? Like imagine like a 75%. Okay. Attila Walter, he was wearing in 3 days the pink shirt, which means
This is the king of the mountains, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Or
So-
whatever.
Leader
Sorry,
of the
guys,
race.
no idea. No, my cycling.
Is the guy who's leading the race in the Giro d'Italia, in the biggest Italian race.
Okay. Sorry,
So at that moment, I was
Yeah.
leading the race for 3 days.
Okay.
I thought you are wearing a pink because you are the best on that day, but not
The best in overall.
overall.
I picked up in a 6th stage. It's an overall time. So the time was already 20-something hours in 6 days, and I was leading just by a few seconds for 3 days.
So it's like you are Mikkel Hansen, you have a hair, and after 3 days you have to give it to other player. Your hair.
Yeah.
You know what was my first question to Attila?
What?
My first question to Attila, when Attila came to as a guest,
Yeah.
That-
On your show.
in my show, I asked him that when he was wearing this pink shirt, did he wash it afterwards when he gave it to other person?
Yeah,
Is it the actual same jersey?
No, you have a new jersey every day. The first we wash every day. We have a super big truck. It's like 2 house size, so you can wash it all day long if you want. And of course you get a new one every day. So I don't know how he gets really this idea to.
But he was smart. He was smart because you kept one, no?
No, you
don't get to
no,
keep
you get to keep it all. Every day is a new one.
Okay.
It's like there's a machine. They put your team name
That makes sense.
in the middle. So just after 5 minutes on the podium, when they announce who is the current leader, you got your own. So that one I could keep. It's like three jerseys, 3 days, 3 jerseys. So one I gave to the team as an honor. One is myself, and one is for my father. So many people is asking me for this jersey, but it's not.
more left.
Yeah. It's valuable because it's only 3 of them.
Yeah, or they promised to me. So, but you know, I have to tell you, that day when Attila Walter were wearing this shirt, the Hungarian Parliament, they made it pink.
Oh, really?
Because of him.
That is cute. That's a really cute
I mean,
idea for
this
the
is
government.
It's really cute.
There's a
Yeah,
lot-
I would say cute.
I mean-
Yeah, it was really cute.
I mean, that is an achievement. I
It
believe,
is,
no?
100%.
Like
Was it a proud
imagine,
moment?
imagine you did a sport well. I mean, which sport you do, Andrew?
Beach volleyball?
Okay, let's say you do a great. I don't think they're gonna make
They're not. They're
Blue
not.
the Big Ben.
I don't think so. Definitely not. No.
But
Just
for
because
Attila
I did that.
Walter, I have a
Yes.
picture for you.
Yeah.
Hungarian Parliament was pink for an evening. So this is
Proud
Attila
moment.
That was
Walter.
Really
yeah,
proud
I
moment.
was
You have a
really proud
picture? Do you have
moment.
a-
Yeah,
you have a
yeah, it
picture
was
of it?
really crazy. I was still out there in Italy for
Yeah.
like the next 2 weeks, but I tried to watch, on the phone what's going on here,
Yeah.
and I was like, I had to come back to see it, but I had to go because
Yeah.
next day was a race. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. The first time I got this picture from a friend, I thought he was like joking with
Yeah.
me. It's now quite easy to make a photo with the pink one. And then I saw it. Some other guy sent me some innocent, some strangers sending me. And then I was like, yeah, maybe this is a real photo. Yeah, and also the stadium, the
Yeah,
new
yeah.
one was pink,
Okay.
the big one, and yeah, it's like one whole district of Budapest. It's so big, so
Even
That's
my
crazy.
the page, the TV tower was pink. So, yeah, the Hungarian sports input was
Yeah. Well, let's see if Hungarian Parliament will light up in whatever colour. Let's just say red, white, and green. If Attila can get to the top of the leaderboard
Okay.
in our shootout game.
Let's see.
Presented by Lidl, of course, as we are surrounded. Say surrounded. There's a bit of fruit on the table. But Attila is going to. We've not given you any instructions how to play this, so let's see
Oh,
how
let me
you
see.
let's see how you get on.
Come on, Attila.
Our shootout game, of course, which you can download on the App Store. You just have to search for Handball Shootout, and Attila scores his second one already. Still half an hour. Half an hour. I wish half an hour. Half a minute left.
Keeper is too good.
Keeper's good in this, isn't he? There's another save from the keeper.
more in real life.
It's not easy, this game. It's not easy. That's the problem. You get frustrated with this game when you are
Attila is usually
when you're
facing
denied by
with,
the goalkeeper.
he is fighting with his own limits, Like,
Yeah.
Imagine you are cycling 1,000 kilometers up.
Oh, you're the goalkeeper now.
So for Attila,
I
this one is
completely missed
like.
that. Okay. So
Oh, nice save,
some good
Attila.
saves.
Nice.
So playing against Montenegro.
Ooh.
They've scored again, I think. There.
Andrew,
Yeah.
one more information about Attila.
Yes.
That was the first Hungarian, Tour de Hungary.
Yeah.
You know the gentleman, how did he win this cycling contest?
Tell me.
He was winning in the end, up of the hill.
Uh huh.
So if I wouldn't see in my yeah, I mean, but up of the hill. Did you see cyclists like winning up.
Up.
So you don't
Yeah.
talk about like, okay, no.
Yes.
But is this normal, Attila? Or it's a bad question which I put?
It's a really bad one. you could say I won the race by crossing the line first.
Yes,
This is
that's
how you win a
usually,
race.
yeah,
It's really
that's a good
simple,
point.
But it's not
Yeah.
usual that you win actually up.
You can also lose uphill, but if you cross the line first, you win uphill. Normally, the race is decided uphill.
Yeah.
This is why I like
the most
the
important
mountains the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Let's tick down. Have a few more. Let's just tick this down to 30 seconds and see if we can get a few more.
Come on, Attila. Oh, you scored 9?
No, he's conceded.
Oh.
Or he's failed to score.
Yeah, that depends.
So his yeah,
Which percentage
his,
you look like.
20%.
He's not doing what I want.
Getting lower. Getting lower now. Okay. Last few seconds now.
20%.
Last shots coming in now.
One.
You see,
And that's it.
without
That's
a
it.
bike.
Attila, well done. Not sure where that leaves you on the leaderboard, to be honest. Probably
I'm quite
above
sure.
Edu, maybe. Not sure how he's because he struggled with the game early on himself, but he's had a bit more practice now, so he's a little bit better. But
It caused addiction. This
yeah,
game.
I guess.
it is. So what's next for you?
Next week I'm going back to Spain. I'm starting my season. The road season is really long. We don't just have tournaments like the Giro d'Italia in May. That's the main goal for me this season, and it's a main goal for many cyclists. But normally I have 70, 65 race days in a year. So next week I'm already doing my first race. It's a 5 days long race. Normally I'm a stage racer. There is many one-day race, but I'm not really like that one. There everyone is strong. Yeah, I like it really much after the third, 4 days when people get tired, and then everyone is a bit more calm and you can decide it there. And so I will have many good races in across Europe. So yeah, it will be part of my preparation, and also the goals to have an achievement there, to have a win in these races. So I will be many times in Italy, in Austria, in Spain for races, and then I'm coming back home for the Giro. It's crazy.
Edu, one last question.
Yeah, the French team, I presume you're going to support them because Viva France. You going to come to watch the French game?
I have to see with my COVID test, because my competition is also coming in short, so I have to do a COVID test, which should be negative, I really hope. And yeah, I have to be quite calm with this, because I heard also in this event is many positive COVID tests, so it really ruins the start of my season. So I also have to be careful. But yeah, if French will be going, and yeah, today they will win. So if they were playing on Friday, would be super nice to be there and support for them. I was watching the French fans here today, and was really nice to cheer for them. I was here with my cousin. I told him French gonna win, and then they were losing 5 goals all the time, and they won. So I knew it.
Okay, Attila, great to have you with us. Good luck for the new season ahead.
Thank you very much.
Try not to meet this guy too often, because I think he's a bad influence on a lot of people.
No.
No, he just
No.
takes a lot of energy from you, but nothing,
does
guys. He's not doing it on purpose.
That's
It's
true.
like-
That's just the way he is. That's just the way he is. But he
Yes.
was full of energy. And in our next clip, you will see Edu actually out on the court as he joined up with an American footballer and our guys at Kinexon for this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kinexon Challenge from the EHF 2022 contest for the fastest sprint, the fastest shoot, and the highest jump. Here we are, our competitors, my competitors.
I'm Devin Gardner, former American football quarterback at the University of Michigan.
And this is Tricky, the EHF Euro mascot.
Hi, I'm Finn Green from Kinexon, today representing the sport handball.
So So we're going to start the contest of the fastest sprint. You ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm too fast. I'm 39. I thought I'm retired, but really, please hello to Usain Bolt.
So we've got the results here. We can see who's the winner. I'm just going to start with Tricky, or mascot. You had a sprint speed of 24.89 kilometers per hour. Congratulations. We have myself. I'm next in list. I'm going to present myself now. I'm sorry. I ran 28.45 kilometers an hour. We've got Edo with impressive 28.81 kilometers per hour.
Bravo. Thank you, Edu.
And our winner is Devin with 29.23 kilometers an hour. What a sprint, what a sprint.
And let's watch our fastest shot challenge. So please follow me.
So I've got the best shots here, and on 4th place we've got our mascot Tricky with 83.2 kilometers an hour shot speed.
Woo!
Congratulations. Place 3 is our Hungarian handball star Edu with 85.5 kilometers an hour. 2nd place after an amazing performance is our former quarterback star with 122.04 kilometers an hour.
Woo!
And this is an awkward moment, right?
Yeah.
It's me. With 122.4 kilometers an hour. Just slightly better.
Of course, after we're going to check the sensors. but
Maybe mistake.
Congratulations. After we had these 2 amazing contests, we have the 3rd one, which is the highest jump contest, presented by Kinexon, and we will see whether I can beat a reindeer with higher jump. Handball is not only passion for me, it's life. Ooh. Okay, let's do it. I want to do it now.
So I've got the great honor to announce the scores of the final challenge, the highest jump, and on 4th place, our mascot Tricky with 0.45. 3rd place is our Hungarian handball star Edo with 0.46.
Woo! That's the bronze again. Thank you, thank you.
So 2nd place, again, weird moment, it's me. 0.54, almost NFL quarterback star with 0.57 meters wins the 3rd challenge. So that means you must have won the whole challenge, is that right?
Raise your arms. Your name is Devon?
Yes.
Okay, so our winner is Devon! Woo! So thank you so much for Kinexon for this amazing technology. Thank you, Devon. Thank you so much for everyone who came along. Thank you so much. Congratulations for Devon.
Devin Gardner there, an American footballer, come handballer from the United States. We actually met up with him the other day, winning that challenge there, our Kinexon challenge with Edu. That looked like a lot of fun there. I mean, Kinexon do so much for us. There's chips in the ball, there's chips in the player's shirt, just showing us how high, how fast, how slow in some people's cases people are running. Was that fun?
It was a great fun, and since then I always wake up and why it hurts?
Why is your back hurting?
And then I did a sport.
You did some sport for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. However,
Yeah.
what I don't understand in handball, that it sticks. They put some glue on the handball, the ball itself.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's like, for me as a non-handball player, it's I don't get that. I want to just throw it off, and it's like,
Yeah, and I don't say I played too much handball. That was the second time in my life. So I'm not an expert.
yeah, I think you've played one more time than I have. I think I've played once.
But I was thinking, if I would be a handball player, it's possible that I ask my coach, please don't put this glue on the handball,
Yeah,
so I can play like without that.
yeah. I think all the other players would be annoyed with you though, because they would
Really?
want it. They would want it.
So
The
I
thing is,
would.
they hold it like this when the ball comes. They they don't have to grip it like this without. So they just have to just take it like this.
Yeah, but I wanted to.
think-
Actually, I wanted to like shoot this handball like Mikkel Hansen. You know,
Yeah.
but I couldn't shoot like 150 because that was
Yeah.
the glue. You know,
Yeah, I know.
so
It is.
it's annoying.
If anyone is joining us, listening to this is meant to be a handball show, listening to two people who have absolutely no idea how to play handball. We've played 3 times between us. But I think that's probably enough. I think that we've probably bored everybody, especially with this terrible handball chat. I think tomorrow we're actually going to have a bit more of a serious chat. Our next show, our next EHF Euro 2022 live Twitch show is tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central European time with the guys from the Uninformed Handball Hour, our podcast friends who are going to sit down and discuss the All-Star team properly. They're going to actually dissect all of the players that have played so far and come up with their own. And they know what they're talking about, unlike us two.
I also would like to encourage, if anyone would like to comment on this topic. First of all, is there any handball player who says, I don't want this glue on the handball?
Yes.
That's my first question. Second,
Yep.
is it possible if someone like me, 39 years old, gets a passion, who wants to be a goalkeeper, is possible or not? My third question is that, is it possible that like someone who is passionate for me, for handball, is it possible to have a game like boys and girls in the same time?
I'm sure there is mixed. I'm sure there is a mixed handball club out there. I'm sure there is.
Okay, if there is a mixed handball team, because I didn't want to see a handball game with female and male players.
Yeah.
Like even football. That's what I'm missing of the whole sport. We don't have mixed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So please.
Get in the comments. We're going to literally quit the show. We're going to end the stream in 10 seconds' time. But get in the comments now. And
Please.
if you can answer those 20 questions that Eddie's just asked you, and I'll answer them in the next 20 seconds, that would be great. But yeah, some good questions there.
Thank you, Andrew.
And another good show.
Yeah. I hope you get response on that.
Yeah.
I raised the ball high up. Luckily, I don't have a glue, so I could.
Indeed. Indeed.
The glue stops you to throw.
Yeah, indeed. It has been absolutely exhausting day. Actually, exhausting last 2 days. So much drama on the last 2 nights of this men's EHF Euro 2022. And I think it's time to say goodbye, Edu, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a nice evening,
Thank
guys,
you.
and we'll see you on our next show tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in then with the guys from the Uninformed Handball Hour. Until then, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you. See you soon.